Welcome. I am Lisa Adkins, and this is the road from Project Manager to Agile Coach. It's a road I've been on for a while, and I'll probably still be on it for a while. So this YouTube video is in a few parts. If you search for the road from Project Manager to Agile Coach, you'll find them all. It's about 30 minutes in length, so hang in there with me. It's a re-recording of a workshop I gave at the Scrum Gathering in Chicago in April 2008. So I've been an Agile Coach for about 4 years now, and I've gone from coaching one team to becoming a coach of new coaches, which is a role I love. Prior to that, I was, for 15 years, a project and program manager, and even did a stint for a while as a director of a project management office. So I know a lot about that plan-driven world. Had a lot of experiences there. And those experiences are shared by a lot of my apprentices who come to me with project management backgrounds. So that's what this is all about. Let's dive in, shall we? Some of the things that were key to my success as a plan-driven project manager are exactly the things that spell doom for an Agile team, or at least a high-performance Agile team. And some of the things Agile teams need seem completely counter to what I learned I should be doing as a PM. Here are some of the radical thoughts I had to get comfortable with in order to build high-performance Agile teams. Be detached from outcomes. Give the team all the space in the world to come up with the best ideas and build the best product. As their coach, you're only one voice on the team when it comes to the specifics of what they will create, so don't linger here. You have a bigger role to play. Stay focused on how the team is working together, so you can help them improve the quality and completeness of their work, not only for this product, but for all the products they will build together. If you stay in the how and stay away from the details of the what, you can achieve detachment. You being detached allows them to attach and to own their own results. And take it to the team. Believe it or not, you're not the best person to solve a problem for the team. Whether it be a problem with the way the team is working or a problem with the product the team is creating. Every time you think you need to solve something and you're busy creating your plan and your implementation strategy in your head, stop and raise the observations to the team instead. Let them tell you the root cause and what they'll do about it, if anything. If you diagnose the problem and implement a solution, you run the risk of being way off base. Worse, you subtly undermine the team's ability to solve their own problems, and that's really what we're going for. Instead, be a mirror. Reflect back to them without judgment the behavior or the symptoms you're seeing. Let them see themselves through your observation. Simply state what you're witnessing and ask, what do you think that means? And then wait, listen. And master your face. To do this well, you must practice non-judgment and practice non-violent communication, really. Not only in your voice and what you say, but also in your face. If you judge, they'll posture around you because they'll see it all over your face, and you won't get to the core of what's really going on. Instead, you'll be told what someone thinks you want to hear. So master your face to open your mind. And let there be silence. Get comfortable with uncomfortable silence. Do not fill it yourself. Let someone else on the team have room to speak, and they will. And model being unreasonable. It is amazing the things that hold teams back. Their beliefs about what is and is not allowed. They may say something like, well, it's just the way things work around here, or it's typical to wait 5 days for this thing to happen, when you know that this thing takes about 15 minutes to do. When you hear these self-limiters, gently expose them. Ask, is this an impediment to getting your work done? Or, if you had no limitations, what would you do right now? Throw out some crazy ideas to them. Be wild, be big, be bold for your team. Let them hear unreasonable thoughts from you so that they can question the assumptions that limit them. And let the team fail. Now, I'm not talking about catastrophic failure here. You wouldn't watch them go careening off a cliff together and stand by idly. But I do know that teams that fail together and recover together are much stronger and faster than ones that are protected. And the team may just surprise you. The thing you thought was going to harm them may actually work for them. So watch and wait and trust. and always be their biggest fan. But be careful. Don't offer empty praise, and don't praise them on the good work they did. The work will flow through the team. It will come and go. The work itself does not define the team and does not make them great. What makes them great is getting better as individuals and healthier as a team. So notice that. Be their biggest fan about that. And tell them and everyone else you encounter how much better they're doing as a team. Okay, so that was just something to get us started. Let me tune into you for a minute. If you're a project manager or Agile Coach or Scrum Master, if you use any of those words to describe yourself or someone else uses those words to describe you, what I want for you is that after viewing this video, something I've said just sticks in your brain. It sits back in there and nags at you, won't let you go, so that you can just think differently about how you're approaching the teams you're working with. And if you're not one of those things, a PM, Agile Coach, Scrum Master, then what I want for you is that you can view your Agile Coach's journey a little differently than you did before. And perhaps there's something I'll say here or some tool I'll give you that you think is really valuable and you want to go back and share with your coach, and I think that would be great. So, with that said, let's take an immediate left turn and talk about a new thing. What is it to be an Agile Coach? An Agile Coach is a bulldozer. An Agile Coach is a shepherd. An Agile Coach is a servant leader. An Agile Coach is a guardian of quality and performance. Some of these words were given to me by Mike Cohn in my Certified Scrum Master class a few years ago, and others were made up by David Douglas and myself. So to Mike and David, I say thank you very much. With that, let's look at these words a little more deeply. Bulldozer, to bulldoze impediments out of the team's way. Shepherd, to gather the team back up and get them back on the path to Agile practices and principles when they start to stray. Servant leader, to serve the team rather than the team serving you. And guardian of quality and performance, to pay attention not only to what the team is producing, but how they produced it, so you can offer observations that might help tune the human system they are. One I want to lean into a little more is servant leader. It's the one that was hardest for me to grasp and seems hardest for most of my apprentice coaches to grasp. So, what is a servant leader? Well, there's the textbook definition right there. Let's talk about servant leadership for a minute and project management for a minute. As a project manager, I used to get to say that I drove the team, that I led the team, that I somehow saved the project. And it's clear to me and everyone else that this is true, because I am so visible. Most project managers are so visible. They are the voice for their team. So they're right out there in front, and they get to say all of those active verbs about what they did. Now, as an Agile Coach, what do you get to say? You get to say that you enabled, you facilitated. And how does this show up in the organization? This isn't a mistake. This is how it shows up, as nothing, invisible, blank, especially to top management. The Agile Coach may be doing many active things with the team, but none of them put her in the forefront. She is their servant. Just ask any new Agile Coach trying to write her end-of-the-year performance self-appraisal. The team may have delivered great, even miraculous things. Her specific contribution is hard to pin down, even by her. I tell you this to say, go easy on yourself if you're a PM in transition from PM to Agile Coach. And if you're watching someone in this transition, go easy on them. This is an arduous journey, away from ego and toward enlightenment without many rewards along the way. Now I'm going to make another left turn to talk to you about teams. So, find the other part of the video and go to part 2 for teams.